Alex Carter had barely settled into his new home when trouble arrived at his doorstep. The neighborhood was pristine, the kind of place where lawns were measured with a ruler and every mailbox had to be a specific shade of beige. It was the perfect blend of comfort and quiet until the HOA got involved. Alex had seen his fair share of overreach, but nothing quite like this. The HOA president, Karen, was a woman who thrived on control. She wasn't just enforcing rules, she was wielding them like a weapon. Residents whispered stories about her absurd fines and relentless patrols. It was almost comical, except for the fact that she had real power over people's lives. It didn't take long for Karen to set her sights on Alex. The issue? His car. A sleek, black diplomatic vehicle with government plates, parked neatly in his own driveway. He hadn't even been there a full week when she marched up, clipboard in hand, a self-satisfied smirk already forming. "You can't park that here," she announced, as if reading from a script. Alex looked up from his phone. "Excuse me? Vehicles must be in garages or designated guest spots. Driveways are for temporary parking only." Alex raised an eyebrow. "It's my driveway." "It's an HOA rule," she said sharply. "And rules apply to everyone." Alex sighed, already regretting this conversation. "My car is a diplomatic vehicle. That means it's exempt from local ordinances, including HOA restrictions." Karen folded her arms. "That's ridiculous. Rules are rules." "No, laws are laws," Alex corrected. "You can't tow a government vehicle. That's a serious offense." Karen scoffed. "I don't care if it belongs to the president himself. If it's in violation, it gets towed." Alex studied her for a moment. The sheer arrogance was almost impressive. "I strongly advise you not to do that." Karen's smirk widened. "Consider this your first and only warning." She turned on her heel, already dialing a number. Alex shook his head. This was going to be a problem. Within minutes, the distant rumble of a tow truck echoed down the quiet street. Neighbors peeked through blinds, sensing the storm about to unfold. The truck pulled up, and the driver hesitated, eyeing the diplomatic plates. Karen, oblivious or simply uncaring, marched over. "That one," she ordered, pointing at Alex's car. The driver frowned. "Ma'am, this is—" "Hook it up," she snapped. Alex exhaled slowly. He had given her a chance. More than one, actually. But some people didn't learn until it was too late. Karen folded her arms, watching smugly as the tow truck backed up. She had no idea what she had just set in motion. Karen took a step back, her confidence cracking. "This is a misunderstanding," she stammered. Reynolds didn't blink. "No, it's a violation of federal and international law." She turned to the tow truck driver, hoping for support, but he was already retreating, eager to distance himself from the situation. Alex remained silent, watching as Reynolds pulled out a small tablet. "Let me make this simple. Diplomatic vehicles are protected under the Vienna Convention. That means no local authority, including an HOA, has any jurisdiction over them. What you did isn't just a policy violation, it's an international incident." Karen swallowed hard. "But it's my job to enforce HOA rules." Reynolds' expression didn't change. "Your job doesn't override federal law." Another agent, standing a few feet away, spoke into a radio. Karen's eyes darted toward him. What's he doing?" "Logging this incident," Reynolds said. "This report will be reviewed by the State Department. Diplomatic violations are taken seriously." Karen's face paled. "You're overreacting. I didn't know it was that serious." Alex finally spoke. "I warned you multiple times." She turned to him, anger flickering back into her expression. "Why didn't you just show me proof?" Alex's brow lifted. "And you would have accepted it?" Karen opened her mouth but had no answer. Reynolds continued. "Had this car been damaged or removed, the consequences would have escalated. The government of the diplomat in question," he motioned to Alex, "could have filed a formal complaint. That can lead to real legal trouble for you and your HOA." Karen's hands clenched into fists. "I was just doing my job." "No," Reynolds said bluntly. "You were abusing authority you don't have." Karen turned back to Alex, searching for some way out. "Look, Maybe we can work this out. Alex shrugged. Not up to me anymore. The second agent approached Reynolds. Local law enforcement has been notified. HOA board will be advised to review their policies. Karen flinched at the words.
Wait.
The board. Reynolds nodded. Oh, they'll hear about this. Diplomatic immunity exists for a reason. If your HOA had actually succeeded in towing this vehicle, your board could be facing federal intervention. Karen's mouth opened and closed, realization dawning. You're saying... Reynolds cut her off. I'm saying your little power trip just put your entire HOA under government scrutiny. The gathered neighbors whispered among themselves. Some were clearly enjoying this. Karen took another step back. This is insane. Alex exhaled. No, this is justice. Reynolds looked at Alex. You want to press further action? Alex considered it, but after a beat, he shook his head.
No.
She's already dug her own grave. Karen's face was a mask of barely concealed rage and fear. The weight of what she had done was finally crushing her.